Welcome back to more Let's Play Dragon Warrior Monsters. Last time, we finished every gate in the game and recruited the one and only Wadabow. That means today is the finale. All we have to do is to march into the arena, fight that challenger, beat them, and then we're breeding the ultimate monster. It should be fairly straightforward. Now, otherwise, the team is looking pretty darn good. Miru may not be as strong as I had hoped, but I don't think that's going to be a problem thanks to Mudo and Zoma just being so ridiculously overtuned. Everyone is a hot blood, which is good, and we have some pretty darn good skills across the board. Everyone has Heal All, which is very nice. We have multiple instances of Big Bang, Hell Blast. We have quite a few ways of dealing big damage with things like quad hits and twin hits. I think we'll be fine. It's going to be scary, but I think we will be okay. So let's march on down to the arena and take them on. Oh boy, it's been a minute, but how's it going?
Terry, oh, it's Terry, welcome. As a matter of fact, there's somebody who wants to challenge you. You'll find out who it is in the fight. What are you going to do? You accept the challenge?
Oh, yes we do. In we go. Ladies and gents, welcome back, Terry. There's a master who is expecting Terry to appear in the arena soon. Terry accepted the challenge. Here's the challenger. And wouldn't you know, it's the Master Monster Tamer. Whoa! The challenger is the Master Monster Tamer.
Haha, Terry, surprised? I couldn't sit back when I saw what you've done. Let's begin.
And notice, he's using a gold slime, a rose vine, and although we didn't use one, a divine gone. He's got good taste, but ours is a bit better. This is one of the hardest fights in the game, if not outright the hardest. These three monsters are scary, let me tell you. First and foremost, you know Gold Slime, maxed out defense, and surprisingly, it has 900 HP. It knows Heal Us, Revive, and Surge. It is their team's healer. Divine Gone is the big one, with 6,500 HP, Evil Slash, Focus, and Hell Blast. This thing is going to hurt. Finally, Rosevine with 1,800 HP, D-Magic, Imitate, and Stormwind, of all things. Now, ultimately, because it's an arena battle, this is down to just your monsters. We're going to set Miru to charge, Zoma to mixed, and Mudo to charge, at least to start us off. We want that attack doubling, but most likely, Zoma is probably going to be... Well, no, Zoma's probably going to be normally attacking, same with Miru, and then I think we're going to end up having Mudo on healing duty with Heal Us All. If I can get away with it, maybe I'll have Miru do the healing, but we will see. Now, I'm going to put Miru on mixed, keep Zoma on mixed, and put Mudo on charge, because I want to see if Miru will use Iron Eyes in preparation for that focus. I don't know. Miru shouts at Battle Cry, summons Perfect Thunder, okay. I imagine the Divine Gun is about to blast us with Hell Blast, and that is going to hurt. Now Rosevine gets even. That might really screw us over. We're going to see. Gold Slime spams Heal Us. At the very least, it's not Heal Us All, which would be terrible. Okay, here comes that Hell Blast. 178, 148. and 182. So not that bad. It's the second round of it that's really going to hurt. So we can take it at the very least. Honestly, put Mudo on cautious, because I want to see... Yeah, there we go. Heal us all. That'll keep us nice and healthy. That's going to be the biggest thing about this fight. So hopefully... Okay, good hit on Gold Slime. I really need everyone to kind of just focus on the Gold Slime, because as long as that thing's alive, this fight's going to take significantly longer. Otherwise, just try hitting fight, see what happens. Okay, good. Good. Gold Slime is down. Rosevine basically took half their health. That's awesome. Now, Rosevine does have D-Magic, which will mean we're going to have to reapply twin hits, but that is okay. That is A-okay. Now, seeing as the fight is going how it's going, I think I am going to set Miru on cautious, keep Zoma on mixed, and then have Mudo on charge. I think that's the correct plan. Rosevine's going to get even and just normally swing. That is perfect. As you can see, this fight is kind of cheesed by using the twin hits, quad hits strategy. So I really like it. Rosevine is knocked out. It's just down to Divine Dawn. Now, as you can see, if you don't take out that Gold Slime quick, this can be an extremely rough fight. But luckily, because we have such high attack, along with twin hits, we're able to deal enough damage to break through that defense and deal a staggering amount of damage. Now, I'm going to try putting Mudo on mixed there to see if he'll use twin or quad hits, but I'm not sure he will. Otherwise, honestly, at this point, just put everyone on charge and just start claiming names, really. Because Divine Dawn has no way of healing. So long as we can survive this Hell Blast, we should be okay. It's going to be close. No, not quite. Okay. I believe we have Revive on, I think, Mudo? But we'll just set everyone... Actually, here, have Zoma do charge and Mudo go cautious. Yep, Mudo has Revive. We are fine. Still scary, don't get me wrong, but we should be okay. Now, otherwise, I'm gonna just go back to cautious and then do mixed and charge. That should be fine. This way we'll get some extra damage on Miru. Keep on swinging. Now, otherwise, this is kind of just how the rest of the fight goes, is it's a healing and DPS check. Can you do enough damage while keeping yourself healed enough? It's not too bad, but it is kind of rough if you don't know what's coming. So this round we should be okay, though I am probably going to have to switch Mudo over to healing, because this is a lot of damage. This also does show how good focus can be, just because with the extra damage amount in one turn, well, I guess you could just win like that, you can basically bypass the healing that would otherwise happen afterwards. But there we go. We did it.
Ladies and gents, he made it! Terry won! A new legend has been born. It's Terry. Terry is the strongest master. Ladies and gents, please put your hands together for Terry. And give it up for the Master Monster Tamer.
Oh, well done. You defeated the Master Monster Tamer. Now, you have nothing to fear. Why don't you go on a trip to collect monsters? The Master Monster Tamer would know how many of them exist.
So we've done it. We have beaten the hardest challenge in the game. Or at least the hardest fight. The biggest challenge is filling out the entire bestiary, however you want to say it, which I'm not nearly brave enough or dumb enough to do. But we will be at least breeding the ultimate monster. So hey there.
You, I have nothing to say.
You and your monsters grew up to be great. Only thing left for you is to tame all the monsters. But it isn't easy. There are 215 kinds of them. I couldn't do it. Well, Terry, what would you like today? Yeah, 215. I think by the time we finish breeding Darkdream, we'll have like 140. Not nearly every monster. But to be fair, a lot of the monsters in this game are just negligible. There's no reason to ever really recruit them other than you just happen to need a monster from that specific family, because most of them don't breed into unique things. And that's one of the reasons I don't really plan on showing them all, but I am at least showing every single boss monster and all the ultimate monsters of each family, because those are the ones you're actually going to need and want. Now, it's time to start breeding the ultimate monster. So, evidently, we've been working on this for a long time, since, in fact, the beginning of the game, which is ridiculous. And now that we're here, all we gotta do is finish it out. So let's see. In order to finish things, we first start with not Mudo, with Miru and Zoma. Seems like a new monster. Can I record this joyful event? Yes, you can. This new monster is going to be the first of 3, which will then lead into Darkdream. Specifically, this is all to make Deathmore. Deathmore is a pain, because with almost every other one of these bosses, you can skip the extra steps of making the bigger, badder versions. So with Draco Lord, for instance, you only need Draco Lord 1, not Draco Lord 2 like we used. You also don't need Miradros 2, you only need Miradros 1. But if you're already going through all the effort to breed Darkdream, you may as well get the second version just to fill out your bestiary. So if you ever do decide you're crazy enough to fill it out, you have those entries and the rest is easy work. Now otherwise, we know this baby's going to be a menace. It is a boy. Now, we're actually, and this might surprise you, going to breed Deathmore with our Armorpion that we made so long ago for the Queen's requests. Now, I need to check the gender here of little baby Deathmore and make sure, also, there he is, you know him well, that it is the correct one. Our Armorpion is male, so we will need to make Deathmore female. Not a problem. We'll run up and get that out of the way. And then we already know that Mudo is female. So because of that, Mudo is the next step after Deathmore 2 in order to make Deathmore 3. And then, once you have Deathmore 3, who needs to be female, this is not optional, it must be female because of your Waterbow, you breed Deathmore 3 with Waterbow to create Darkdream. So more or less, this is going to be a ton of farming. If I value my time, and you really shouldn't do this, what you would do is simply hatch your monster, get them to level 10, breed them, rinse, repeat. If you do this, it is going to tank their stats. So while you can, I wouldn't recommend it, but in the interest of time, I might. Because otherwise, this is probably going to take me probably a good 5 or 6 hours. But there's Deathmore with amazing starting stats, admittedly. If we have a Metable that doesn't run away, they could just one-shot them. That's how good they are out the gate. Still, I will try my best to appropriately do all of the breeding. Maybe I won't go to level 50 or anything crazy like that, maybe like 20 or 30, but that's still going to take some time. Still, like I mentioned, I had prepared a special monster, and although we do have a Rainhawk here, who isn't bad, they would actually be pretty good. I'm probably going to wait to take them, and instead take Brex here at first, because they have not only Metal Cut, but because they're a lower level, they'll level up much quicker and would benefit from that immediate EXP. So that is the plan, is to now take this team, go Metabo hunting for a bit, come back, do the breeding, rinse, repeat, you know how it goes. So, more or less, I'm gonna get to it. Once we're all done and dusted, getting Deathmore here nice and leveled up, which will also passively level up everything else, slightly, it's going to basically cascade into itself and be super nice. So otherwise, I am going to save the game, and then I'll meet you back once we're ready for the next breeding step. We are all back from the farming, and as you see, Deathmore has hit level 36. She is honestly pretty darn good, all things considered. I figured 36 was the good cutoff point, just because that gave her all of the skills I actually care about passing on. So, that's probably where I'm going to farm with each of the iterations of Deathmore. But now that we are done, should we choose Death and Armo?
Seems like a new monster.
Yet again, we'll be seeing that a lot today. But yes, we will agree to their union. And well, although we've known Death for a short time, and Armo for admittedly a long time, I would much rather have what they will create together.
Inside it is a baby Deathmore.
So yeah, although it never tells you the stage of Deathmore, this is in fact Deathmore 2. After this, there will be Deathmore 3, which will be the union between Deathmore 2 and Mudo. And then, of course, it will be Deathmore 3 and Watabo. So otherwise, we need to make sure Deathmore 2 is male. Let's give it a look. Yes, yes, yes. We already know that we can expect a lot. It is a boy. We are good to go. And at this point, because we've been doing all this farming, Brex there is actually quite capable of taking out metal slimes. Or, well, metabols. So, the farming hasn't been too long. So hopefully that continues, and we will be well on our way. But for reference, here is what Deathmore looks like in his second to last form. Pretty darn intimidating, all things considered. I mean, look at that. He's kind of like Miradros 2, but scarier. So, we will say yes to hatching Deathmore. I will just name them Death yet again. And then, I mean, hey, you know the drill. Rinse, repeat, do some more farming, do some more breeding and hatching, and then, before we know it, we'll have Darkdream, the ultimate monster. So otherwise, here we go. Death, very good. Yes, we will take them with us. And, I guess for reference, here are the starting stats. Not too great, not terrible, they're lazy, etc. Nothing to worry about. And, well, I'll see ya once we're ready to make Deathmore 3. Yet again, we are back from all the farming. Interestingly, Brex maxed out on levels, so they are fighting fit for Metabo hunting, which is nice. And otherwise, Death is pretty similar, all things considered. Again, got them to Hot Blood, gave them all their same skills, so doing pretty good. Though now, it's time for the more difficult union of Deathmore and Mudo.
Seems like a new monster.
Well, of course it does. Oh boy. So now, at the very least, Brex is going to be able to defeat metal slimes for us, or metabols, and I'm probably going to take the Rainhawk I bred earlier along with us just to finish out the farming. because this is the last little bit we have to do. Now we do need to make sure that our Deathmore is female in order to breed with Wadabo. So we will go check that. And then otherwise too, I guess we can also go check how Wadabo is doing just from all the farming. I imagine he won't be terribly leveled up, but you never know. So let's evaluate our final Deathmore, which, by the way, that's what they look like. Just a giant, terrifying demon face. Kinda cool to see it, though. So let's see. It's really good. We know. Somewhat resistant and a boy. That cannot do. Bless Deathmore. Boom. We are good to go. Now back on down to hatch Deathmore 3. And then, after the next farming session, we'll be done. We will have the ultimate monster. And we will finally... Oh my gosh, level 57? Holy moly. So yeah, Wadabo's grown quite a bit. Jeez, I did not expect that. Which, notably, pretty good MP, maxed out agility and intelligence. Defense and attack aren't great, but you could do worse. And, I mean, especially for as little EXP as he's required, not bad. Though the skills do leave a lot to be desired. Oh, hello, Deathmore 3 plus 32. What a ridiculous number. Oh, I love it, though. Yep, we will take Deathmore with us, which also, too... Yeah, they just literally are a giant floating head. Never would have guessed. But the stats are phenomenal, thanks to, the parent having been Mudo. And so now, I'll run up, grab Rain, and then I'm gonna go off to the final farming session. I guess grinding session would be more appropriate, seeing as we are not farming an item, we are just grinding levels. But still, we have come so incredibly far. It's kinda hard to believe. Still, I'll see you guys once we're ready to end things off.
Well, for the final time, here we are. We're ready to breed the ultimate monster. After all this time, after all of this farming, which, for reference, I have more than doubled the playtime by doing all of the farming. We started around, like, what, 43 hours? And we are now at 90 since the post-game. I've been very busy. As you can see, even at level 36, Death has 800 attack, 700 HP, 800 MP, max intelligence, almost max agility, and is more than halfway to maxing out defense. This monster is insane. It's crazy to think there's something even stronger. We're going to be getting that exact monster. Should we select Death here? And our dearest Wadabo.
Seems like a new monster.
Absolutely record this event. I've never done it before. This is a first. And man, it's exciting. Death and Wada disappeared.
Inside it is a baby Darktrium.
Cost 380 to hatch it. The gender doesn't matter. We're never gonna use it to breed. So give it a hatch. Let's see all of our hard work finally culminated in one monster. There it is. Darktrium plus 37 was born. Now I thought of a fitting name, and I'm going to name them Atma, in reference to the Atma, aka Ultima weapons, from Final Fantasy. Seeing as eventually Enix merged with Square to make Square Enix. Seeing as they're the ultimate monster and we only have 4 spaces, Atma feels like the right name. So absolutely we want to name them Atma. And you betya we will be taking them with us. Darkdream is ultimately a palette-swapped Duran. However, they have maxed everything in their stat growths. And as you can see, those starting stats are ridiculous. They almost can fight Metabils right out of the gate. Have around half the agility needed, 300 of the 999 defense, and their intelligence isn't too far off from being maxed out either. Namely, because it's, 255. They're ordinary, and man, they've come a long way. From the first baby slime, or I guess elderly slime, if the game's description is anything to go off of Slib, all the way to recruiting a Wadabow, making the entirety of the boss monster family, now having Darkdream. This is an insane accomplishment. One that I, frankly, did not think I would be doing, much less finishing the series with. This is an insane accomplishment. And while it may not be as difficult as, say, filling the entire bestiary, it's the hardest part of it for sure. So, we have every single boss monster. And as far as I'm concerned, that is more than enough. Ironically, the skills that Darkdream naturally learns aren't very good. But at this point, you've had pretty much every monster that matters in the game, so you can handpick all their skills. This is the Master of Destruction and Carnage, and it really shows. We've had a very, very long journey. This project has easily taken the most time out of any of the Let's Plays I've done. And I've enjoyed every single step of it. It's been a blast. When I started this, I was hoping to show off a game I grew up with that I loved to death. And I think I got to do just that. We got to show off all these fun monsters, go through all these different trials and challenges, and now, not only have we beat every single gate, we've bred the ultimate monster. Sure, we didn't fill out the entire bestiary, but frankly, that would just be overkill and a waste of time. I'm more than happy with what we've done. And really, I got nothing more to say. This is the end. And for anyone who stuck it out the entire time, I hope you enjoyed this as much as I did. I love Dragon Warrior monsters, and hopefully you do too. And if nothing else, I'm at least happy you gave it a shot. I'm not sure what we'll be doing next, but I've got some ideas. It just feels nice to say I've done it. We bred the ultimate monster and did it all. At least, as much of all of it entails, barring the bestiary. It's a big accomplishment. And now, I think it's time to take a rest. As always, I'm Brad. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you all have a good day.